Hi everyone, this is Kay. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today because we are participating in Margarete Miller's CW planner for week 20. But I just thought I'd just go back over week 19 because my new phone decided to put week 19 in with another collage challenge that I did for 2022 collage channel, which is hosted by Julie of Art and Junk Journals with Julie and Lee of Leeds Art Studios, and I'll put their links below as well so you can check out those other kind of challenges as well. So the two challenge videos went in together because my phone decided that there wasn't enough gap between the two tapings, so amalgamated them both, and no matter what I tried with the video editing tool that I have, it didn't like it, so it still stayed as one. Anyway, so there's my week 19 with the dancing, the label here for a whiskey. There's another dancer here, a noun. My husband said the word room, so I used the word room. Something black and white, so I did lots of black and white. Geometrical shapes, so I did some diamonds and some circles, and these are geometrical shapes from the Art Deco area because I thought that this couple was very Art Deco, and I stapled some circles on for the geometrical shapes. So that was week 19, and we're up to week 20. So we need a thread or a piece of fabric, so I've got this piece of fabric here. The reason why I've chosen that particular fabric I'll show you in a minute. A famous person. Well, I had a look through my something that you can cut out in Collage by Maria Rivens, and I think I've showed you that book before, and I found this particular person. I reckon he must be either Christopher Columbus or Magellan. Perhaps not Magellan because it's probably a bit later than that, or maybe Drake, because this person's got a telescope in their hand, and the kind of clothes that this particular person looks like it's Tudor. So I think that Christopher Columbus was around that time, but I know Drake was in during Queen Elizabeth's time, and I don't know whether Drake did a lot of exploring, but Christopher Columbus certainly did. He was the man who was credited for discovering America, even though that now they've had some evidence that shows that the Vikings actually got to America first, but their records disappeared with the people that went there. Just from my readings. Very interesting that is, I think. Would have been totally different kind of way of living, I think, to go to live there from what Europe is like, even in those days. So I think this is, like I said, I think this is Christopher Columbus, but could be drastically wrong. I'm not very conversant with how he actually looked. This person definitely looks like he's a Tudor. He's got the facial beard and the moustache and the clothes that they used to wear in the Tudor times. Don't even know if he's supposed to be Henry the Seventh, but I just, why has he got the telescope in his hand? He's sort of reminiscent of Henry the Eighth. It was Henry the Eighth and the Seventh wives. Yes, sorry. And because of the way he looks with his beard and everything. So I'm just going to get rid of the scraps I've got here. Anyway, so that's why I chose that particular fabric, because I thought he fitted to that particular person's. But I think it's probably a bit much fabric. Terrible English there. Too much fabric. I might just cut a little bit off, because it's just too much. Okay, so we've got the fabric, got the famous person. I know he has to be one of those explorers. Just which one? Something you see through the window. So I've got a window here as well, a window here. You see the tree through the window. So he could be standing on the fabric, leaning against the window. Postcard or letter, therefore, so there's a letter and there's a postcard. Whether I'll use the two of them, maybe I should have kept that fabric the way it was. Let's have a look. Just, this person's very small. I tried to find some other ones, but I've used all the pictures of the women that were in that particular book, because I used them for other collages that I did just before I did the Margarete Miller ones. Now it definitely gets drowned out with all that. I'll stick to that. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. It's just not very straight. It's bothering me. I know lots of people tear their edges for collages, and that's fine. I'm a straight edge person myself, so I just like to have straight edges. I think that comes because of the card making. Sometimes I do tear my stuff, but I don't know how easy it would be to tear that material. That's better. So he's standing on the carpet, he's got the window there. He's in a palace somewhere, looking out into the garden. Big tree in the garden. Standing, leaning on the window. Maybe the window should be up like a bit like that. Okay. And do we want all of that, do you think? Just cut it again. Could be the background, to see if that works. Thing is, because it's sort of, it does work, but because of the window it looks a bit odd. Let's see, cut it down the middle, I think. So this morning is the Sunday the 15th of May. This morning we had our grown-up daughters come with their husbands and our grandchildren. We had breakfast. It was a bit cold in the morning, and we were going to, I wanted to sit outside, but it was a bit cold, and I was worried, but just before they came, the sun came out. Now, I found a globe. It's the only globe I could find. It's ridiculously huge for the collage. I could not for the life of me find a smaller one. I could just cut around it small so that it looks a bit in proportion, and he could be leaning against the globe. It's just ridiculously too big. It's just way too big. But I don't know how else to portray the globe, because like I said, I looked through everything in my stash, and I thought it would be really good for him to be leaning on the globe because he's going exploring. I decided he's an explorer, so let's have a look. Because they used to have the big ornamental globes in past times. People used to have them on show, various stages of discovery around the world. Agreed that the world was round. I can't really remember. Actually, I even think there were some doubters even when Christopher Columbus went, because I reckon they thought that he was going to sail off and at the edge of the world and not come back. I think that even happened in his time. I've just got a feeling this probably isn't Christopher Columbus. Maybe he is. What's his name? What did I say? Edward VIII. Edward VII, sorry. I think we'll just keep the base though. something. I think in my, I know he had 6 wives, and I think that's where I get kept caught up with which one he was. Edward the 7th, Edward the 8th, Henry, not Edward, Henry. Just looks so badly out of proportion. Just looks weird. I don't know what to do. Maybe we should put the fabric over here a bit more under his feet. Put that there. It's not moving very easily. I'm leaning on the globe. I have to lick my fingers because it's just not sorry. Which is very rude of me. Only because it's just not moving otherwise. And then the window in the background. Maybe we could have that round that way. That sort of feels a bit better. I might have to draw a stand, so I might have him over here so I can draw a stand for the globe window behind the tree out the window. That's better. I have got another map here, whether I want the other map. I don't know, it's behind him as well, because to finish off this picture just a bit too white. Maybe I could colour in the background with a bit of blue or green or something. I think I quite like that, but again, does it need to be around that way? I think I'm going to cut it there. Have it round that way. Alright. And then the postcard or letter or portion therefore, I've got that, and I've got a date written out, which I'll do that in a minute. That's not written out. We'll just do a bit of this, I think. Keep that for another day. Get rid of my rubbish. Cut that bit off there for this collage on this side. Do another circle for my globe. To this side, just in case we make a mistake again. Anyway, I was saying our daughters came around this morning. Our other good daughters came around with their families and had breakfast outside. And it started, I was worried about the sun come out just in time as they came, which is really lovely. And we had a lovely time. We had breakfast outside. And the adults stayed outside and the kids came inside and played chasey and all sorts of games that they made up, which was really nice. And yeah, and after a few hours they went off. My eldest son-in-law decided he was going to ride his bike from their house, which is like half an hour by car. It took him an hour and 50 minutes to drive, which I thought was pretty good, really. Last time he came in the summer and it was quite hot and quite unpleasant. So this time he said it was much better. Okay, that works. Didn't put this back, did I? I think my problem is this material is bothering me. Maybe I could just do this one. with this thin one with the stripes on either side, sort of like a carpet runner. I think this was bothering me. I think that's better. Didn't cut very well, did I? That's better. I think that's much better. Alright, let's stick that down. Just get some new glue because I've got a feeling the other glue is just not going to work properly. So anyway, they've gone home anyway, and ages ago. And the clouds decided to come back over, so it was good that when they were here, the sun was out for a good part of the time. Got a bit cold towards the end. And then the eldest daughter was very kindly began to do the washing up because I was helping my youngest grandchild, which is a girl, Beth, and then my youngest grandson, Levi, do some die cutting because I wanted to do some die cutting in here. So I was helping them do that. So that was good. She started doing all the dishes, and before we even know it, she'd basically done them all. So there was only a few to do when after they'd gone home. It was very nice of her to do that. Whoops. So tomorrow we've got an appointment to get our 4th COVID jab and the flu shot at the same time. Get them done and dusted. Now, last time I wasn't very good after my third injection because because of they give you sort of like a dose of the COVID, so your antibodies fight off themselves, and not a dose of the COVID. That's wrong. I shouldn't say that. It's very wrong information. But it showed that it was working anyway. The fact that I wasn't very well, according to my daughter, who works the health field, so we'll have to see how I go with the 4th one. I know I need them because my immune system is very compromised. I'm immunocompromised because I've got this autoimmune disease that no one knows what it is. So I need to have it really to protect myself. Does that look odd? I think it does. I can't draw the toffee, so I don't know how I'm going to make this globe sort of sit on the pedestal top thing. I just can't draw really. Lines, squiggles, dots, hearts, stars, but nothing major. Stylized drawings I had to draw because when I was teaching, explaining, doing things on learning with words and things like that, you had to sometimes draw a picture to go with it. But I used to always say to the children, I'm not very good at drawing, but I'm having a go, so they could see that even though I wasn't very good at it, I was always willing to have a go, because they'd say to me, I can't do it, Mrs. Ford. And I said, well, Mrs. Ford can't draw, but she always tries. What a joke. But it was fun. I used to always try. Sometimes I have to get a page out of a book to copy from because drawing freehand was not my thing. Didn't have it very straight, did I? I was going to do some stuff. Well, I'll do that in a minute. Just over there. While I stick my letter down. This was a 6x6 from a 6x6 pad of an old collection. I think it was called Anthology by Kaisercraft. I think. I can't remember really. I think it might be. Had all these sort of vintage kind of images on them. Alright. Okay, who have we decided this person is? It says a famous person, so really that's terrible. I don't actually know who this person is, but we can pretend. You can pretend. I'm just going to say he's Christopher Columbus, but I think Christopher Columbus was a bit earlier than that. Drake, but then you see, like Drake did a lot of seafaring, so maybe that's why he's got the binoculars. I'm still going to, perhaps we should lean towards Drake, Sir Francis Drake, because he was definitely around at the time of Queen Elizabeth I. I'm just going to try to draw one of those things that they have to, and I know that what's going to happen because I've used black texture here, because I've used it on the paper, it's going to go straight through to the other side. Let's have a look. Yep. Oh well, that's all right. And understand. Same for this one. I actually haven't really seen one of these globes in real life, so I've got a feeling that if you saw it at the top, you didn't see it at the bottom. Hanging onto the globe, you saw it was on the other side, but I'm taking artistic license here. Yeah, right. Artistic license. Okay. And it said here to do a written date. So I'm going to do today's date, which is the 15th of May. (2022). And we are up to week 20, so I'm going to use my texture again for that. It's Queensland are getting loads of rain, and they've been promising us to have rain. They keep saying that we're going to get rain. We're supposed to get rain yesterday, we didn't get any yesterday. A few drops today. Desperately need the rain here. It's turning green, but just need the green. Just need the rain to sort of soak down to the soil. And there's some places like, you know, further north that still haven't had their drought broken really, so for after 3 years they really need the rain up there, but whether we'll get it or not, I don't know. And poor Queensland, some of the Queensland places, you know, this is the third time they've had flood warnings, some places. It would be nice if Mother Nature just shared it around a bit. So we went out for lunch on Friday because it was our wedding anniversary on Thursday. 43 years Tony and I have been married. We went out to lunch on Friday to our favourite pub down by the beach and sat outside. Both of us had, you know, I had a short-sleeved top on and my husband had just a shirt on. And we said, you know, it was beautiful to be able to sit outside, and in fact we were in the sun and we had to move because the sun felt a bit hot after a while. And how we did appreciate it, but we just did, and we thought it was actually going to rain because the clouds came over. It was really dark, but it didn't rain. So It's supposed to rain today and it's supposed to rain this week, so we'll have to, hopefully we'll get some. Not just us, but all the farmers. Hope they get some. Because without rain, crops won't grow. And we need our crops at the moment with the war in Ukraine. I said it's going to affect lots of countries around the world with food shortages. Just giving it a bit of a outline, just to give it a bit of, make it stand out a bit more. So my mum went out with some friends on a bus trip and had a bit of a cruise on the River Murray and had lunch. And one of her friends was really sick the next day, so with COVID, was COVID positive. So my mum took the test and she was COVID positive, but she's all right in herself. She's just got a runny nose, and they're staying away from us just in case. They're always worried about me because I am immunocompromised. I'm just going to use an old. It's not going to work. I need a bit more blue ink pad here, just to give it a bit of colour. Oh, sunny day. I think that sometimes a sunny day is easier to portray than a rainy day. Oops, needs to be there. Get my green out. Oh, it's not coming. Just a little bit of green. I was using green this morning to do some edging on something. Okay. Quite like that. Turned out okay. Not too sure if this fits in with the sort of medieval look of the rest of them, but maybe if I sort of used a, what have I got? Where's some paper? I used up that roll. I'll get a new one. Just a bit of water from my drink bottle. Just to dab it a bit because it's just a bit too bright. That's better. Just take it back a bit. Alright, that'll do for now. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you like my collage. Give me the thumbs up if you do. Make a comment. That would be wonderful. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.